What's up, guys? So today I'm going to cover the Core Essentials gun belt. This is an optional item. It's a belt hanger if you have more than one belt from Core Essentials. It's a nice, cool little ad. Hang it up in your closet. So I'm going to cover how I set this up. It's a Flecktarn pattern, and then I will go over my opinion of the belt, how I like it, so on and so forth. So let's get into trimming the belt to size, which they have instructions. I've already trimmed it, but I want to go over the best way to do it. So once you figured out your size, which they have neatly marked on the back side, suggest taking a square and scoring where you want to cut with your straight edge and slowly trimming this back until you get yourself a nice clean cut all the way through. Then we're going to heat and melt that back with a lighter. And now we're going to install this into our belt buckle. All right, guys, we've got this trimmed to how we want it. Got our Allen tool and our buckle. So we're going to loosen these two retaining screws. Slide our belt in. Compress it so it locks into place, and then snug up our two retaining screws. All right. So now our belt has been trimmed to length. I'm a 32 waist. I cut this a little past the 34 mark, and our belt is ready to be worn. You can see it's got a ratchet locking system and a release right there to reduce the tension. All right, guys, so now we're going to get into wear of the Core gun belt. So this is what I normally wear. It's an inner belt from Exumbris Designs. It is just an inner belt for gun belt, battle belt, whatever. So because this belt is so rigid, once we get the belt fed through, it does put some significant strain on your belt loops when you are going to feed it through. So again, like I said, I've got this at about 35, a 32-inch waist. Real measure is 29 to 30 at my waistline, but I wear my pants at my hips. So you'll see right out of the rip, if you carry appendix, there is going to be a little bit of difficulty if your pistol is positioned somewhere in that 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock area. And I will take some pictures and show you with a series of different holsters in the appendix position, 2 G codes, the Filster Floodlight 2, guys, final opinion on the Core gun belt with the X10 buckle. I like it. I think it would make a great range belt if you ran some quick to remove style of attachments to the belt, or something that you can easily lace with the belt. I think even some tight fitting MOLLE might work all right on this. HSGI makes some belt mount stuff that would work really well on this. The Safariland paddle works pretty well on this. And even one of these mid rides, if you laced it, would work pretty well on this. As an appendix carry, my only real concern is the additional standoff, because this belt is so rigid. I printed a little bit more, which, like I said before, I couldn't really tell because it was wintertime. But because there's additional standoff, and it could be my build, I'm 165 to 175 pounds, depending on how much clothes I have on, and if, you know, I'm eating heavy. But I'm regularly walking around at 165 to 170. 29 to 30 inch waist, and not a huge upper body. I wear medium to large tops, jackets, shirts, etc. So additional standoff is not great for someone of my stature. So I'm 5'10", 170 pounds. So that additional standoff does print the weapon, and the buckle is not super slim, so it adds a little bit more as well. If you carry a smaller pistol, a Glock 42, 43, Caltech, I think it's the PF9 maybe, or even some of the SIG 365 stuff, it would be a little slimmer, and I actually think the buckle would stick out further than the clip for a lot of those holsters. Overall, I like the belt. I like how well made it is. I like my communication with the company. And again, I did not pay for this belt. It was given to me specifically for this video evaluation, which I'm unfortunately a little late on. But I love the Flecton pattern. I like the ratcheting design as a belt to wear. I love this thing as a belt for the range. I really like it. As an appendix carry belt, unless I'm gonna offset the buckle to the left, it doesn't really work for what I'm after, because I'm very much married to just running an inner belt from a battle belt. But if you like the ratcheting technology, you cannot go wrong with Core. And like I said, the quality is fantastic. And if you're a little bit bigger of a guy, or you wear larger clothing, this should not be an issue. And it's extremely rigid and tough. Like I said, I wore this most of the month of January. Doesn't really show any signs of wear, pulling DLC clip holsters off and regular style plastic clips off of it as well. So if you're interested in the Core belt, give them a look, check them out online, follow them on Instagram. Again, I'm not paid by Core. This is not a paid advertisement, but I was given the belt to do this video. If y'all have any questions, likes, comments, concerns, comment in the comment section. Shoot me a message on Instagram. Happy to answer any questions you have about this, any of the products that 1350 makes, and anything that I've looked at in the past or may look at in the future. I appreciate it, guys. Have an awesome day.